Senate will come to order. We'll be on the eighth order of business. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the nomination of Jane Shively for the office of Secretary of Senate. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the nomination cease and a unanimous ballot be cast for Jane Shively as Secretary of the Senate. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Jane Shively is elected as the Secretary of the Senate. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the nomination of Shanna Morgan for the office of Journal Reporter. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that nomination cease and that a unanimous ballot be cast for Shanna Morgan as Journal Recorder. Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Shanna Morgan has been elected the Journal Reporter. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the nomination of Jack Eisman for the office of Sergeant at Arms. Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that nomination cease and a unanimous ballot be cast for Jack Eisman as Sergeant at Arms. Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Jack Eisman is elected as the Senate Sergeant at Arms. Would the following three individuals please go up to the rostrum: Jane Shively, Shanna Morgan, and Jack Eisman, to be sworn in to their respective offices. Ladies, would you like me to gavel you to your feet? Yeah. We're going to swear you in at the same time. Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of, according to the best of my abilities, so help me God. Congratulations. Senator Flacco.
Mr. President, I am pleased and honored to nominate our friend, Senator Dick Dever, for President pro tempore of the Senate. Senator Dever was first elected to the Senate in 2000 and has served with distinction for more than 14 years. In addition to the Senate, Senator Dever has been involved in his community his entire life, including the Rotary Club Board, Volunteer Caregiving Exchange member, Council of State Government's Build Fellow, the NFIB Small Business Champion of the Year Award, a life member of the VFW and the AMVETS, the Bismarck Mandan Chamber, and he was named Legislative of the Year by the Mental Health America. He's also been on the advisory board of the Bismarck Transition Center and served in many capacities in his church and with the Boy Scouts. Senator Dever has also served our nation in the U.S. Army. He is truly a servant leader, Mr. President. It's been a great honor to have known and worked closely with Senator Dever. He is honest, moral, humble, loyal, encouraging, and inspiring. He is always the quintessential gentleman in every sense of the word. Those new members to this august body will soon learn that Senator Dever also gives some of the best floor speeches you'll ever hear. In the Senate, Senator Dever chairs the Government Affairs Committee and the Employment Committee. This past interim, he also chaired the Employment Benefits Committee. He served on many other standing and interim committees, which includes the Standing Committee for Human Services and Political Subdivisions Committees. His life work in public service has left an indelible mark on our state. His election today is one way to appropriately recognize those efforts and his accomplishments. Senator Dever, and his charming wife Pam, and 3 children and also has 8 grandchildren, and I know it adds special meaning to him to have some of his family, able to join us today. Senator Dever will make an ideal president pro tem. His experience as chairman will serve him well, and he has the well-deserved reputation of being fair and firm in his role when he presides. I know that when he presides, he will make sure that the decorum and the focus is on issues will be preserved as it needs to be. I am confident that he will ensure that the spirit of the Senate will be maintained during his tenure and in your absence, Mr. President. Therefore, it is my honor to nominate a great Senate leader and a friend to all, Senator Dick Dever, to the position of President Pro Tempore of the North Dakota Senate.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Triplett. My apologies.
Mr. President, I move the nomination of John Grabinger for the office of President Pro Tem. It is my honor to place his name in nomination. Senator Grabinger hails from District 12. He was first elected to the Senate in 2012 and has served 1 term, during which he served on the Judiciary Committee and the Political Subdivisions Committee. During the recent interim, he was a member of the Commission on Alternatives to Incarceration. There are some days, Mr. President, in which it is a disadvantage to be a member of the minority party. That would be all those days on which we take substantive votes. However, this is not one of those days, given the small number in my caucus and the fact that we use seniority as the selection process for our nominee. It is possible to serve 1 term and be next in line for nomination to this prestigious post, while members of the majority caucus have to serve for decades before being nominated. For the purists among you, I will acknowledge that Senator Grabinger came into the Senate in a class that included Senator Axness and Senator Sinner. Technically, Senator Axness edges out my nominee by virtue of the alphabet. But since both Senator Axness and Senator Sinner tried to leave this august body during the recent election process, our very wise Chief of Staff suggested that we nominate Senator Grabinger for his commitment to staying among us. Despite his brief time here, Senator Grabinger is very well qualified to serve as President Pro Tem. He came to the Senate with a wealth of experiences in his hometown of Jamestown, including service on school board, church board, and the Jamestown City Council. He is a business owner, having made most of his career in keeping the family business, Grabinger Marine, afloat. His participation, pun thanks to my colleague Senator Murphy, his participation while serving in the legislative, excuse me, I didn't bring my computer today, so this is handwritten and I can't read my own writing. No one told me I had to do this until today. His participation in the legislative process as an engaged citizen goes back more than 20 years. He understands the legislative process intimately. Mr. President, I am very pleased to offer the name of John Grabinger as the new President Pro Tem of the Senate. Thank you.
Madam Secretary, 2 senators have been nominated for the position of President Pro Tem of the Senate. Would you please call the roll call vote, manual roll call vote?
Would you indicate your vote, please, as I call your name? Senator Anderson. Senator Armstrong. Senator Axness. Senator Beckendahl. Senator Bowman. Senator Burkhardt. Senator Campbell. Senator Carlisle. Senator Casper. Senator Cook. Senator Davison. Senator Dever. Senator Dotson-Rod. Senator Erbley. Senator Flacco. Senator Grabinger. Senator Heckaman. Senator Hoag. Senator Holmberg. Senator Kilzer. Senator Klein. Senator Krebsbach. Senator Lafine. Senator Larson. Senator Gary Lee. Senator Judy Lee. Senator Luick. Senator Marcellet. Senator Mathern. Senator Miller. Senator Murphy, excuse me. Senator Nelson. Senator Oban. Senator O'Connell. Senator Elke. Senator Pullman. Senator Robinson. Senator Rust. Senator Shibley. Senator Schneider. Senator Sinner. Senator Sorvag. Senator Triplett. Senator Unruh. Senator Wanzik. Senator Wardner. Senator Warner.
Senator Grabinger.
First time with this, the new one. Mr. President, I move that the Senate cast a unanimous ballot for Senator Dick Dever for President Pro Tem.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. The Senate therefore casts a unanimous ballot for Senator Dick Dever to be President Pro Tem. He is duly elected. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of two be appointed to escort the newly elected President Pro Tem to the rostrum.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. President hereby appoints Senators Flacco and Marcellet for the purposes of escorting the new President Pro Tem to the rostrum. Senator, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of North Dakota.
and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the position to which I am appointed,
of the position to which I am appointed,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations. Mr. President Pro Tem.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the people of District 32 for allowing me the privilege of occupying the seat in this chamber that is owned by we the people of District 32. Thank you to Senator Flacco and Senator Grabinger for those very kind comments that could just as appropriately have been said about each of you. Thank you to all of you, my friends and colleagues, for entrusting me with the honor of this responsibility. There is nothing more important to me in this world than my family. Thank you to my wife, Pam, for being my partner in life and my partner in public service. Thank you to Pam and to our three children, Justin, Adam, and Heather, for being my best friends and most loyal supporters. When you're a candidate, everybody is your friend. When you lose an election, you find out who your friends really are. Each of the 3 times I tested that theory, their love and support only grew stronger. Thank you to our 3 children and their spouses for the pure joy that comes with having 10 grandchildren. An update since Senator Flacco read the bios from the last session. Lillian Reagan, Daisy and Reese, Olivia and David, Sylvia and Daniel, and Cameron and Julia. And thank you to those 10 grandchildren for putting purpose in my life. As we conduct the business of the state, it is often their future that is in my thoughts. This is a very special place. During the session, it is a real beehive of activity. During the interim, it becomes a place of solitude. It is then that I like to come into the chamber and take a seat behind the rail. I look at the names on the board. I look around at the seats in the chamber, and I think of each of you. I think of your families. I think of the communities that you serve, and I think of the work that you do. I have the privilege of serving with farmers and ranchers and doctors and lawyers and teachers and small business people and people from all walks of life. And we come together in this place to form the policy-making branch of our government. Winston Churchill once said of democracy that it is the worst form of government in the world, except for all the rest. It is clumsy, it is awkward, it's government by committee. It depends for its success on the dedication and the commitment of those who participate in it. And here in North Dakota, it is a success. As I sit in that chair, I think also of those who came before us. I imagine their voices as they dealt with the issues of their day. I think also of those yet to come and the issues they may deal with. Several years ago, I heard a former legislator comment that on his departure from the legislature, he learned that the retirement of a legislator has about the same impact as pulling your finger from a bucket of water. Success in the legislature is a matter of relationships. Individuals make contributions, but it is in coming together that we accomplish great things for the people of North Dakota. So we can take comfort knowing that, God willing, in the generations of our grandchildren and of theirs, that others will come to occupy these seats with the same dedication and commitment that you and I share. When I speak to groups about the legislative process, I sometimes like to say this. It may come as a surprise to you, but I have opinions. And when you think about it, you realize that I'm elected to have opinions, and so are the other 140 legislators. If I don't accept that sometimes their opinions are different than mine, I'd get eaten alive. You know, when I occupy that seat over there now, I will express my opinions. You can expect that when I occupy the seat up here, I will do my very best to allow you the opportunity to express yours. It is with that respect for you, for the people we serve, and for this legislative process that I so very gratefully and with all humility accept the honor of the responsibility of serving as your president pro tem. Thank you very much.
Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that the remarks of Senator Dever, Senator Flacco, and Senator Triplett be recorded in the journal.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. The remarks will be included in the journal. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the Senate adopt as temporary rules the Senate and joint rules of the 63rd Legislative Assembly as adopted on Wednesday, December 5th, 2012.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Next, selection of the seats. Madam Secretary.
I will read the names of the senators in order of seniority. So are we all supposed to go to the back of the rail, I believe? And then as I call your name, you will go to your appointed or chosen desk. Right. And also, if you would be so kind, before you leave today, make sure there's plain indication on the desk of your name and where you are seated, so that Cody and his group can get the electronic board correct, phone numbers and all of that. All right. Senator Holmberg. Senator Mathern. Senator O'Connell. Senator Krebsbach. Senator Robinson. Senator Bowman. Senator Dotson-Rod. Senator Nelson. Senator Judy Lee. Senator Cook. Senator Klein. Senator Wardner. Senator Kilzer. Senator Wanzik. Senator Flacco. Senator Dever. Senator Erbley. Senator Gary Lee. Senator Warner. Senator Triplett. Senator Heckaman. Senator Marcellet. Senator Elke. Senator Hogue. And Senator Miller would be next. Senator Schneider. Senator Burkhardt. Senator Lafine. Senator Larson. Senator Lewick. Senator Murphy. Senator Scheibele. Senator Sorvag. Senator Carlisle. Senator Anderson. Senator Armstrong. Senator Axness. Senator Campbell, Senator Grabinger, Senator Pullman, Senator Sinner, Senator Unruh, Senator Rust, Senator Beckendahl, Senator Casper, Senator Davison, and Senator Oban. And again, if I could ask that you would please make sure when you leave today that there is a slip of paper with your name on your desk. Thank you.
Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 3 be appointed to notify the governor and the House that the Senate is organized and ready to transact business.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to notify the governor and the House that the Senate is organized. Senators Unruh, Senator Lafine, and Senator Oban. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 7 be appointed to form with the Majority Leader, Senator Wharton, of the Committee on Committees.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to the Committee on Committees. Senator Wardner, Senator Hogue, Senator Klein, Senator Cook, Senator Flacco, Senator Schneider, Senator Heckman, Senator Murphy. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 5 be appointed to act as the Delayed Bills Committee.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to the Delayed Bills Committee. Senator Klein, Senator Gary Lee, Senator Wansek, Senator Warner, and Senator Mathern. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 3 be appointed to act as a committee on arrangements for Senate committee rooms.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to the Committee on Arrangements for Senate Committee Rooms. Senator Hogue, Senator Elke, Senator O'Connell. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 5 be appointed to act as the Employment Committee.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to the Employment Committee. Senator Dever, Senator Flacco, Senator Kilzer, Senator Schneider, Senator Axness. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 3 be appointed to act as the Committee on Correction and Revision of the Journal.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to the Committee on Correction and Revision of the Journal. Senator Pullman, Senator Anderson, Senator Sinner. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move that a committee of 8 be appointed to act as the Rules Committee.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. The President appoints the following senators to the Rules Committee. Senator Holmberg, Senator Erbely, Senator Klein, Senator Hogue, Senator Armstrong, Senator Robinson, Senator Triplett, Senator Dotzenrod. Madam Secretary.
The following announcements, please. I did have a request for the bags that they can order for you, so I have one up here if you'd like to look at that. And each legislator must meet with the photographer, so he is only going to be here today and tomorrow. So please remember that. It's down in the press room. Should you not know where that is, we can help you find that. And legislators assigned laptop computers or iPads may sign up for training courses also, and there is a sign-up sheet in Legislative Council.
Excuse the absent member.
Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the absent members be excused.
Questions on the motion of Senator Klein? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Senator Klein.
Mr. President, I move the Senate stand adjourned until 9 a.m. Tuesday, December 2nd, 2014.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. Therefore, the Senate will stand adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, Tuesday, December 2nd, 2014.